I exactly know why Bitcoin has been pumping towards the upside, and on today's video I will be revealing that and many more important charts that are telling us something about the market right now, the liquidation heat map that is massively building up liquidity below us, that is potentially a big warning signal for Bitcoin right now, and I will be discussing many other charts that we need to discuss right now here in order to see what the next move is going to be for Bitcoin. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button back above 1000 likes on today's update video. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So yesterday, once again, Bitcoin has seen another significant pump towards the upside. And like we know, on the Thursday and on the Friday, we've also seen Bitcoin pump significantly towards the upside. And on the Thursday and Friday, we knew that Bitcoin had seen a large inflow on the spot Bitcoin ETF. But what we know that happened yesterday, I literally just found out a minute before recording the video, is that yesterday we had an approximately 494 million US dollars worth of spot Bitcoin ETF inflow once again. So yeah, why is Bitcoin pumping? It is literally pumping due to the fact that Wall Street is buying up tons of Bitcoin, and that is the only reason why Bitcoin is currently going up a little bit higher. And while Wall Street is aping into Bitcoin and the price action is just only going higher and higher, and it looks like it is not slowing down, we can currently see that we are actually creating a bearish divergence here on that 4-hourly time frame on Bitcoin. And while Bitcoin is creating this bearish divergence, we can see that there is a ton of liquidations getting piled up below us right now here towards 40 to 48,000 US dollars. So there is a lot of liquidity being built up on the lower side, and this is happening due to the fact that, of course, the funding rates are becoming extremely positive, what basically means that no one is actually shorting the market right now, but everyone is opening up long positions. And due to the fact that everyone is opening up long positions, the long positions have to pay an extra interest to be having their position open, because so many people are interested in doing that. So this is very important to be paying attention towards, because usually once the funding rates are turning a little bit higher, a lot of liquidity is being built up on the lower side, we tend to see a reversal in the market. However, I want to be pointing out here is that right now, potentially, yeah, indeed, we could be sitting at somewhat of a top structure or a short-term top structure for Bitcoin, because most likely Bitcoin is not just going to go up forever, and we're going to see a recovery or a pullback at some point. And the only reason why I'm a little bit afraid to say the pullback is right now going to be happening is due to the fact that there's just so much Bitcoin getting bought from Wall Street. Because if Wall Street right now today decides once again, we're going to be buying another, what is it, 500 million US dollars worth of Bitcoin, most likely Bitcoin is not going to be going down. It is potentially even going to be breaking above this key resistance on the market right here that we can clearly approach here on the daily time frame. So I want to be pointing out, indeed, there are some risks in the market right now here, because yes, if I'm looking at the short term, I would definitely say that Bitcoin is right now looking like it's creating a short-term top. If I'm looking at the liquidation heat map, if I'm looking at the funding rates, if I'm looking at the bearish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame, or if I'm looking at the daily time frame where we are currently running in towards resistance. But I do also clearly know that this just easily can get invalidated if today is once again another day with large inflows. However, I still want to be pointing out is that currently I am, of course, like always, long on Bitcoin on my portfolio, because I am holding millions of dollars worth in the cryptocurrency environment, so I am definitely benefiting from the higher prices. But currently I am not going to be opening up a new long position, because I just see that the risk is a little bit too high for me to open up a long right here, because we're trading against resistance, creating a bearish divergence, we're having a lot of liquidity below us, and maybe this is a trick from Wall Street where they are going to try to manipulate the market to, of course, create a lot of liquidity on the lower side and then squeeze out the liquidity towards the downside. I mean, honestly, right now Wall Street is involved in the market and things could be happening we are not expecting. So make sure to pay attention towards this. So Bitcoin is right now breaking above this red line of resistance I've talked about many times before. You can see that it's got us rejected right here, and currently we're breaking above it. And of course, on the weekly time frame, you can clearly see that right now Bitcoin is indeed breaking above the 0.618 on the weekly time frame. But of course, we still have 5 more days in this weekly candle, and potentially this is going to be a fake out, and Bitcoin is going to see a rejection and moves towards the downside. But they should definitely take this level very seriously. The 48.5k is the level that I am looking at the weekly time frame. And if Bitcoin confirms the break above this level right here, I am going to become extremely bullish on Bitcoin, because that will be confirming a massive breakout towards the upside. So if you want to be trading this, You could do so right now on Deepcoin, and if you want to be joining me on my next trade on Deepcoin, and guys, yes, I only trade once I'm fully convinced, and right now I've not seen the opportunity yet here, but I'm going to start a copy trading account here on Deepcoin. I'm going to be doing it anytime soon. I'm going to be opening up my first trade anytime soon, but I will only do so once I see a clear opportunity where I think, okay, right now the risk for me is low and the return is high. So because many people are following me on these trades, I only want to be taking a trade where I am 99% convinced that the market is going to be going higher. But if you want to be joining me with my next trade here, I'm going to be doing it on Deepcoin. Deepcoin is a good exchange where you can trade without KYC, without VPN. So if you want to be joining me, you have to sign up using that link below, because otherwise you can't follow me. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. So Bitcoin indeed is right now pumping after we created that bullish hammer candle. So once again, learn from the next time. If we see a bullish hammer candle, make sure to not get fooled and take this candle very seriously. And yesterday also Bitcoin confirmed that weekly candle for its highest candle close in 770 days here, what is actually quite massive for Bitcoin. We've not seen this level in 770 days. And I think right now, this is just a period before the big Bitcoin bull run. Of course, the Bitcoin halving is at approximately 60 days out here. I think that we could still see some consolidation for Bitcoin. And if history is an indication, we do know that usually around the halving, Bitcoin does see some pullbacks here on the market. But if that were to be happening once again, we're expecting a price action, something like this. So maybe another push up here, correction towards the halving, and then boom, absolute takeoff approximately in the beginning of the summer of Bitcoin. So that is so far how history has been playing out every single time. So let's see if it's going to be this time any different. But anyways, of course, we are breaking above that 0.618, and that is the level that I'm keeping my eyes wide open on right now here. And while this is always happening, people are losing attention potentially towards Ethereum, because Ethereum is going to be having its spot ETF in 100 days from now on. I mean, in 100 days from now on, from today's recording video, the final deadline is going to be there for the spot Ethereum ETF. And what is most likely going to be happening with the spot Ethereum ETF? We're most likely going to see also large inflows like the Bitcoin spot ETF. And what are people going to be doing from the market that are currently saying, oh, Bitcoin is massively pumping from that spot ETF? Oh, wait, we are going to be anticipating this on Ethereum. So what am I expecting to be happening? I think that Ethereum is going to be having a large run up. And right now it's still 100 days out. So we are relatively early towards the next news and no one is really talking about it yet. But I do think that Ethereum is going to be doing extremely well on this news. Ethereum is going to get an ETF, and that is going to be massively driving the price action of Ethereum higher than it is currently sitting. And we are currently anticipating this from an early stage with, not a lot of hype in my opinion. And smart investors right now are positioning themselves right here. And I view myself as a smart investor. And I have currently in the recent weeks massively positioned myself in Ethereum to prepare myself for this next big hype run up. So this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.